All right, ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to our lovely channel as you watch throughout the video. All right, today we're going to talk about how we were able to make just shy of $1,500 today trading a couple of stocks. So we're going to go over the patterns that we traded. We're going to go over the hyper scalping strategy that I look at. We're going to talk a little bit about how I look to cut my losses and how I manage risk. And we're going to also talk a little about how some of you guys can get started if you're interested in learning how to trade. All right. Especially if you like this hyper active style. All right. So before we really jump into it, let's just remember the disclaimer, which is that day trading is risky business. Remember that a lot of people are having a hard time out there. So as you're learning, utilize risk money, which is a small amount of cash that if you lose it, it does not affect your lifestyle. Other than that, you can utilize the simulators. So that's where you can practice trading the live market with artificial currency, which is also what I did in the very beginning. All right. Risk money and simulator. Those two things is exactly what I did in the beginning so that my tuition throughout my learning curve would not be humongous, right? My tuition to the market would be on the lower side, and I can learn very efficiently when it comes to money, all right? Because we can lose a lot of money very quickly, even as experienced traders, much less for someone who's new and have no idea what they're doing. Other than that, remember the live streams and recaps are never a reason to try and copy trade. It takes months, more commonly years, to learn the strategy. Lastly, I do not invest for my subscribers. What that means is that I will never message you first. I will never message you randomly for no reason and start a conversation. So be careful, stay safe. A lot of fake accounts are out there. I will never message you first, all right? Under no circumstances will I message you randomly and just try to start a conversation. So be careful. Other than that, let's jump into it. So in terms of stocks that we traded, we had a couple of tickers here. Lucy, FFIE, SMFL, STSS, and ONMD. So FFIE actually was the stock that I did the best on before giving back profit. So we'll start off there and then we'll make our way through the list. FFIE. Is that Faraday? Is that what that says? Yeah, Future Intel. So I'm guessing a bit of a technology company if I had to guess. And this is the thing with how I trade in this style is straight technical analysis. We don't really look at fundamentals. You know, it's rare. Sometimes we do, right, in case there's like offerings and things like that. But in terms of the news, the headline, a lot of the times, we don't look because what we find is that sometimes there can be awesome news and then the stock sells off. There can be, or rather, I think I said that wrong. There can be awful news, the stock goes up. There can be great news, the stock goes down, right? The worst one we've seen is, hey, we're going to be bankrupt in the next 3 months. The stock does 300% before going down. So in the short term, sometimes the headline might not matter as much if we're seeing good technicals. So for context, FFIE, this one, it's kind of been coming down a little bit over the last couple of weeks. And today it's going to give us a small pop, a small move up, right? In fact, we did get a bit of a push going back to May 17th. But yeah, we're going to get a small pop here. And pre-market, it did decent, right? Went from 38 cents up to 50. Coming into the open, we went from about 42 all the way to 76. Guys, I was already up about $1,000, close to it, before giving back on the backside. I should have known better to be careful and ease off, but sometimes it happens to you. But anyhow, this thing started off from a low of 42 and got all the way up to 54. Just a beautiful move here early, and it started off a small red to green. As the 1-minute candle made the new high, we pushed up, and that was from 44. Pretty impressive, right? All the way to 49. Small 1-minute pullback here and 3-bar play, going up to 53 before our first major red candle right here. So that went from 54 to 48, but did bounce up nicely back to 52. So that was pretty decent. We consolidated sideways here. And then over the highs, we pushed up from 54 area all the way to 66. I mean, this stock was clean on the front side, man. We pulled back here, and this is the thing that I think I got to do a better job of. Sometimes the 5 minute pullback can make sense, but you know it's all relative, right? Like if the move going up, I mean, this move was what percentage wise? 80%. We went up 80% without really having a red candle on the five. What is the likelihood that the first 5 minute candle will hold up its levels and continue? Like, what's the likelihood that we consolidate this high after an 80% move and continue? Can it happen? Yes, but it's not likely. And you know, this is where you have to really be able to zoom out from the level two, zoom out from those hyper scalps sometimes, and look at the bigger picture. Because we would have known, hey, this thing might need some more pullback, and it did. It pulled back to the VWAP, and this provided a bit of a bounce opportunity here, curling back up. You know, 13% move, but after that, that was pretty much it. And I over traded this area trying to get dips, thinking this thing could curl up, you know, areas like this. And ultimately, when it did get back over VWAP, I was not aggressive here for the small push. So, you know, we gave back coming all the way down to 140. Could have done better here. So we're going to watch some live videos too on ONMD so you guys can see a little bit more of how quickly the trades are, how fast I'm getting in and out. STSS, I mean, this one was a sweet trade. I mean, this stock just sold off, but you know, I was watching at it here. We had a bit of a double bottom. I'm in aggressively 14,000 shares right here, and this thing jumps up, and it got to 75, but I did not sell. I did not sell all. I only sold half, thinking a massive red to green was about to start. So that was, let's see, I'm in at 68. In at 68. I'm out at 73. And I'm out at 71. I could have sold this at 74, 75. Did not opt to take profits. Thought it was going to open up to 80. What else? STSS. I mean, one quick trade for 500 bucks. Just absolutely insane. Moving on to and after that, this one didn't really hold up. You can see we kind of just, you know, it's a Davy Jones locker, bottom of the 7Cs. ONMD. And shout out to ONMD and Lucy, because these are two stocks that I have on my sticky pad right here. All right, just in case you guys think that I'm joking. I had these two stocks on my sticky pad. There you go, right? I had these two stocks on my sticky pad because they looked decent on the daily chart for continuation. As you guys are going to see the green screen behind me. All right. ONMD, man. ONMD. Lovely move here. But we would have loved to see some more out of it, right? We had pre-market highs up here around 09. And we really wanted to see a move back over VWAP around 290. And it took off. It took off, right? We had a red candle initially, but over 76, we got up to 90, and then to 95. A little bit of a weaker candlestick here, but we held up the VWAP, and then uptrended up to 05, pulled back to 92 and 90, and then a huge move up to 25. This was a pretty good push. The 1 minute candle to make the new high right here got us all the way to 30, and then 37. So 1 minute candle to make the new high. A little bit of grind and chop in here, but this was a clean opportunity as the 1 minute candle made the new high and we pulled back. So lows around 90, and we ripped up right here, higher lows. I think I needed to hold a little longer in this area if I remember correctly, but good move nevertheless from 10 to 16 and then to 30 and then to 37 before, you know, this weaker candlestick, and then we slowed down a little bit. So ONMD, I'm going to show you guys one trade out of this one from the live archive. ONMD, break of 3. And I did give back profit. I think I was up like 300 or something, or maybe 200. And then I gave back, and then I made back money. Go here. Let's mute the audio. It's in large, full screen. So watch here as the 1 minute candle is going to make the new high, right? These are the same trades that we're watching at. So I was in at 7. It gets up to 15. I'm taking a couple cents. I bought a little aggressively here. It didn't continue. At least I did it. I can't remember. Let's see. 16. Yeah, it didn't continue right away. I got back out, got back in at 10 area. And right here, right here, I was a little, I was a little quick with the sells because I wanted to make sure we weren't going to fail. Because sometimes the 1 minute candle makes a new high and right back down, right? So I was quick with the sell. I wanted to see the continuous buying on the tape. So let's see right here. I'm in, hold up, let's see. I got back in at 9. And then I'm going to sell up there around 15 and 20 area. And this is a late buy. I mean, that was such a late buy. I'm in at 9. Okay. Decent fill. I could have been in a little quicker there, but, sometimes it's hard to tell if we're holding up or not. 15, 19. And right here, I'm just going to take a little bit just to make sure that we're holding up. Not to make sure we're holding up, but to take something off the table. And then I'm watching to get back in over the highs if we can push through 20. There's 19. Can we push through? There's 20. Those sellers are being bought up. And there's 23. But the moment we get to 23, you can see it's back down to 19, right? So it wasn't a smooth move through and through. It was a little chop right here. It was a little chop. But yeah, that gave us, a couple dollars. We got up to 400 there. But again, I'm lightening. The moment it's not going, I'm back out. I'm back out. Back out. Some days we get caught in bigger flushes, but you guys know that's part of the deal, right? So I'm in and out quickly, scalping this move here as we're pushing up, pushing over 3, and then breaking out for the push over 20, and then the move to 30, 40. Oh, NMD. Right now, we're down here 240. And this is a good reason why we have to cut the losses, even if we might have bought up here thinking it was going to keep going like this. Because sometimes they do, right? We would have kept going on other days. Better stocks, better opportunity. Even if you bought the high and you got caught, it's better to stop out. Even if it means stopping out here, right? Here. You got to take the loss because if not, this is what could happen. And we never got back up there to the highs, right? This is exactly what could happen, is that we could end up all the way down here. And you just don't want to be that person hoping for a move in after hours. More than likely, this keeps going lower, and tomorrow is down here, and then down again. So you got to make sure you cut the losses and not hold against your hypothesis. Just think about it, right? If you have a hypothesis that's telling you, hey, I'm expecting the stock to hold up here, flag a high, and then continue to the upside again, right? If this is your hypothesis that this should happen, when we're down here and down here, and it's past our stop loss. Let's say our stop loss is this gray zone here. If this is our stop loss, hey, if the stock comes down to this area, it is weak. Why am I still holding it down here? It doesn't make sense for the strategy. It doesn't make sense at all. It's counterintuitive. So you got to fight any urge that might be trying to trick you into thinking the stock is going to bounce. It's better to realize the loss and watch for the next best setup, the next best stock. Because it's in a place where it's saying, hey, I'm weak and I'm no longer following through to what you thought would happen. It's like you got to cut the loss. You got to cut the loss, man. You got to cut the loss. You cannot double down on what's wrong. If you're doubling down, it's on something that's right and something that's working. A move to the upside, cut the losses when you have to cut the losses and move on. It's not easy, but it's what's required. And the best traders out there are doing this at a high level. And if they can do it, well, we can do it too. We got to push ourselves. We got to push ourselves and give it our all. All right. So, quick recap here, just to be transparent, show you guys what's going on. It's a good end to the month. We got one more day. It was a tough month for us going through trader rehab and having all those red days and red weeks, but here we are fighting and being relentless. All right, not giving up, but remembering who we are, digging deep and pushing forward with a smile on our face. All right, so that being said, check out those links down below if you are interested in Momo Pro, the scanner. All right, this is where I get my watch list from every day. They now offer halted stocks, right, and levels, right, limit up, limit down levels. So if you're interested, you can definitely check it out and see what's going on. All right, code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. And these were some of the stocks here that kind of finished higher towards the end of the day. SMMT. What's the volume? Let me see. $8. SMMT. Might have missed this one. Oh, yeah, I definitely did. I wasn't home. Yeah, look at this. Wow. I wasn't home. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Wow. What's the volume? 600. This looks good. This dip and rip looks good. This is... Well, if you're not here, you can't do anything about it. This dip and ripped looked beautiful. Dipped, ripped. Now the price action though, I don't know. Did we have a big spread? It's hard to say. But good to see that it gave a nice move. And then it was a bit of a slow grind here, but we did have volume going back up. Not sure if the price action was clean, but if it was, could have been good money. So maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But that's SMMT. I definitely missed that one. But yeah, anyhow, check out Momo Pro, check out the Discord. The Discord is our chat room, and that's where it goes down each and every day, all right? Before the live stream, during the live stream, and after the live stream, all right? So you guys can always come check in. We have a section for P&Ls as well, right? Circ Live. I hope this is not real. We'll check in there. But yeah, check in on the community, see how the team is doing. Save, green to red to green. Green Dream just really locking in, man. Way to go. Circ Live 400. Wait, so $400, $400 loss. I gotta check and see if this might be. I'm not sure if this is what's going on there. I gotta check in with him. I gotta check in. Shout out to the team. Shout out to the team, man. Shout out to Green Dream. Shout out to SF. SF, a bigger loss today as well. SF, bigger loss there. Ending the month. But don't worry. You'll bounce back. You got to see what's the common factor between today and the 20th. Definitely hit us up, whether myself, Marcelo, Tim, Triad. If you have any questions and if you want to review some trades, we can. Shay getting it done. Small red here. ZH. Shout out to ZH. We spoke today. Mighty Putty. Nicely done. Jay. Well, we can go through this stuff forever. So I'm going to wrap it up here. Let's just see a few more and then we're out of here. Jessica. I'm not even sure how to say this name. Lucas. Small green. Tim locking it in. The team is doing well. Dynasty. We also spoke today. Way to go. But yeah, guys, check it out. And then lastly, if you're interested in learning how to trade, I did mention this in the beginning of the video. You can check out Merciless Markets. All right, Merciless Markets. Check out Merciless Markets, which is the day trading class that we offer here. It's a subscription because we do offer one-on-one mentorships. We upload our live trading archives every day, which is that recording that I just showed you guys. We have low latency streaming via our Discord, which is our chat room, right? Full chat room access, ongoing lectures. We have live streams on Sundays for Q&As, right? Weekly Q&As. There's also a couple other mentors in Tim, Tom, and Marcelo. So you guys can check us out. We are well on the road to greatness. All right. So our next Team House meetup is coming up at the end of June, or let's say in July rather. In July, it should be fun. It's gonna be good. So shout out to whoever the winner will be. All right. We're gonna spin the wheel. If you're a diamond member, you're gonna get 5 times the entry, and we're gonna see how it goes. All right. This is us in Vegas, by the way, when we met up there. We do different cities, different locations. Next time we might go to London or something. We'll probably do London the next trip. That should be fun. But Miami is going to be something else. All right. Stay safe, stay green, guys. It's been Relentless Trader. Coupon code Miami, by the way, for 40% off. Coupon code Miami. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay green. I am, of course, signing out.